Halloween balls.
Halloween balls. Hey, everybody. Happy day after Halloween. It didn't work out super great, but here we are anyway. You may be noticing you can't see anybody. That's because we're doing a thing. This is our Halloween episode. It's Halloween. Hooray. So welcome to Delve Requisite, here on Proficiency Bonus, as always, sponsored by Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle. You can get a link to either of those websites by typing *Little Dragon or !CCG. Did I get it right? I don't know. Thank
yes.
Christ.
Cool card games.
Cool card games. Dear, can you please change your please change your name officially to Cardboard Castle. Change your name to Cool Card Games because I can remember your goddamn. Anyway, happy Halloween, everybody. Happy D&D night, everybody. So I've had everybody hide their outfits so that we can witness them all together. Just to get this out of the way, I'll go first so that I can then be visible while we do everybody else. I am. This is my outfit. This is the best outfit. Three days, and Amazon could provide. I am Peter B. Parker from Spider-Verse. I have a coat, I have sweatpants. It's irrelevant to stream largely, but I do have two mismatched shoes under my outfit. If you were wondering if this is a child's size large Spider-Man outfit, it is.
And look at that.
I know
Spider-Man. And look at that. This Spider-Man came with a criminal record. Yeah.
Anyway. Let's see. Let's go in the order that everybody appears on stream. So Russell, go ahead and reveal your character. Oh, I'm realizing that Pirate's overlay is visible beneath your guys' overlay. Okay, go ahead, Brom.
Woo!
Hey!
Is that a banana?
No, it did.
Is that a banana? Is that what you said?
Get him with the phaser.
I figured it was a tricorder, but like, it also
Not tricorder either. Communicator.
Tell me,
his famous prop, banana.
Tell me, Russell, is there any
Hey,
signs
man,
of intelligent life?
No.
All right, Zintris.
I'm trying to play a game show.
Hey, Zintris is dressed as Zintris. The only one who has the goddamn energy to regularly put on a costume for this show.
We're all dressed as interest.
Yeah, true.
Next year.
Halloween. Yeah,
next
Halloween.
year.
6
I put a lot of thought into mine. Okay.
Yeah. Walter, that's gonna bring us to you next.
All right. It's a little something I dug up. Oh fuck. Aha! There we go. All right. I'm here.
This looks like the world's worst unboxing video, and he's gonna unbox that right.
I truly don't know why it has this energy, but it does look like Jason is about to read his manifesto.
Yeah.
Let me get my paper. It's around here somewhere.
If you are justice, please do not lie.
The great meteorite of 2024.
I'm actually a reverse archaeologist.
I was predicting Y2K way early.
Oh, I'm deflating again. Hands up to deflate. Inflate. Praise the sun. Praise the meteor.
Christ. Aelar is blacked out, but Aelar's just not here, so there is that. Aelar's Halloween costume is the invisible and also silent man tonight.
Lucky duck.
He's in Disney World, I believe. So he will not be joining us tonight. But his costume is
Really,
darkness.
fist fighting Goofy.
Fist fighting Goofy. I wish I was.
Fist fighting Goofy, who, as we all know, had it coming.
I wish I was. Jeez.
All right.
No, bad.
Last but not least,
I was working really hard on this costume. I'm not gonna lie.
probably as far as I can tell from the rumor
Yeah.
is the most effort of all of us on their costume.
Right? Okay, I was really self-conscious.
What are these markings?
Those are the
his ears, I
earlobes.
see.
His ears with his beard.
His ears with me.
Every time he takes it away, we've been setting up, and it comes back. He's adding new stuff to it.
You know, I'm a little fucked up. You know, the way you put me back together, I'm a little fucked up.
Oh,
But yes,
goodness.
Osrius, rock. You can tell the similarity over here by our ridges.
Oh, goodness gracious me, me oh my. Let's. Well, that's it. Happy Halloween, everybody. That's all we did. We all
Happy
went
Halloween.
over.
It's the whole
So
show.
we're-
Good night,
That's
everybody.
the whole show. We're done. So let's jump into some Dungeons and or
There we go.
Dragon things.
Yeah, let's
Ooh.
play. Let's play Dungeons.
I'm one of
and
those things, maybe.
Maybe.
Jason is all sort of one of those things, and Curtis definitely looks like he is an expert on the other.
Dragons. Yeah, definitely.
So when you guys left off, the group of you, along with God, the rustling.
Jason,
of
that's
Jason's
so loud.
I can't mute it without slapping my own.
You got the fucking Bushman over here.
You don't have a keyboard shortcut
Settle
to
in,
mute?
Everybody.
I-
I'm surprised Jason
all right,
doesn't
hey, look.
have,
This is how I reach the keyboard. This is where I'm at. This is the keyboard.
This is a man who I was pretty sure would have like a shortcut Bluetooth hooked up to his toilet somehow.
Oh shit! Hold on. I can do this. I can do this by phone. There we go. This is actually easier.
There it is. Anyway, so when you guys left off, the group of you, the Fool's Errant, you were traveling west. The current objective is to cross the border and get into the Ignean Empire, so that you can make your way towards something known as the Estelgath, a famously inescapable nightmare prison deep within the Ignean Empire. Aelar has kind of guided the group of you to the town of Talmark, which is a border town that up until very recently was sort of a sister town, I guess. Essentially, Talmark and the town of Vale were up until very recently the Mithlindian and Ignean towns that essentially border each other across a maybe mile wide gully. The current tenuous state of things with the Ignean invasion of the war means that Talmark is now firmly within Ignean control. The group of you seeking to link up with Aelar's mentor / associate / confidence man in the town, one Raxus Thorn, have come here, and you attempted to enter the town after some debate under the guise of being a delegation from the Moxham Trading and Mercantile Company. Things seem to be going okay-ish in talking your way into the town, as Zintris offered some money up to the guard that came out to meet you. Fortunately, it turns out that was somewhat of a... you guys were kind of hoodwinked as you were led up to the gates, where a contingent of Ignean soldiers and guards were waiting, and we left off last session as the Ignean in charge basically commanded that the group of you be clapped in irons and taken to the town jail. The Ignean, a subordinate who rode out a little ways away from the gate and talk to you, is currently in possession of 50 gold pieces belonging to Zintris, who she kind of paid him off in a bribe before he then stabbed you in the back. And as of currently, the group of you, as well as Rogers and the boys, are at the town gates. There are currently 10 Ignian soldiers, which does include the guy that came out to talk to you and the guy that seems to be in charge. Jason has just birthed himself from his own Halloween costume.
He just Ace Ventura'd himself. It's fine.
Gotta hunt these dinos.
It's a very tropical climate in the olden days.
His hair matches his dinosaur.
Look, it's gross. You guys are. I'm gonna put you guys over here.
I guess we'll sort of pick up in the moment that we left off, where the Ignian sort of commander or whoever it is that's in charge of this particular gate has just instructed his men move forward to relieve them of their weaponry and of their goods, and put them in the irons and take them to the jail. And several Ignian soldiers begin moving towards you. What do you guys do?
That guy who took my money and
Yes.
then did this, he's nearby, right?
Yeah, he's near us. He's probably 10 feet from you.
I'm poison spraying him. This is over.
All right, roll initiative if that's gonna be the case. You're not gonna get a surprise round because they're ready for you. But
what is this? Oh,
Biting somebody in the nuts.
Wait, you gotta talk with the hand, Curtis.
Just,
I love you.
I'm biting somebody in the nuts.
Thank you.
well, it's worse. It's worse when the hand says it. Honestly.
Exactly why I wanted it there.
Yeah,
That's a
talk to
18 to hit him with poison spray.
whoa, you're gonna hang on to that until it's your turn in combat.
Fucking, I don't know, Indiana Jones? Ark of the Covenant? Are we talking about that kind of spray? Poisons? It's that?
Poison spray.
Ark of the Covenant didn't really
Ark of the
No, just
Covenant?
spray
people's
so much
faces.
as it just melted faces when you looked.
Okay, well, sorry.
That would be
sorry.
acid splash.
Am I talking about maybe the terrific 1999 Mummy?
Yeah, maybe.
That was an acid.
Read from the book.
Isn't
Mine
that
was
Cursed Cowardly Dog?
mine was 14. Do I have advantage? I have advantage on initiative.
Probably is a barbarian.
Yes, that is 16 then.
Great.
17 initiative.
Okay.
So glad we get to fight.
22.
Fight.
Okay. Walter.
7.
7.
Oof.
Can I say teen?
You
What?
could, but I don't believe you at this point. So.
7.
Alright, I'll run.
What a
Actually, does one
loser.
of you guys want to run Aelar for this so that I can run Rogers and the boys?
If I
There's a
can
sheet somewhere.
get him opened up quickly. I'm looking.
Look, I know if I take him, I will kill him, and not by and not on purpose. I would not kill him on purpose. I have come close to killing other people's characters. I'm like, never again. I don't want to.
If nobody wants to run Aelar, I will. Fine.
You're it by default.
Fine then.
There you go.
Yeah, it's fine.
12 initiative for Aelar.
Okay.
Britt, I'm gonna keep his features and traits tab open, so if something relevant pops up, I'll
Yes,
give you a shout.
please, because I'm not gonna remember all his stuff.
All right. So the Ignian commander says, sees them. Oh shit! I gotta roll for Rogers and the boys. I'll put Rogers and the boys on a single initiative. Go Rogers and the boys.
Is that what he says? Oh shit.
Yes. As the Ignians move forward and Zintrus begins to prime a spell, Raja goes, "Oh shit! Okay, all right, we're fighting."
Oh shit!
They don't do good in their initiative. But Brahm, you were the first. You're gonna be the first to react.
Oh boy.
Do it, Brahm. In the gabagool.
We're gonna do the good old fashioned will it blend.
All right.
I cast it. Is there a bunch of them standing together?
So from where you guys are, the captain leader guy and the guy that has Zintrus's money are right in front of you guys, kind of next to each other. And then there are 3 guys coming from your right side and 2 guys coming. No, I'm sorry. I've got my math wrong. The captain and the guy that has the money are in front of you, and then there are 4 guys coming from each side.
So, but is there anybody who's?
What's your will it blend radius?
It's only a 5-foot cube.
Well, then you can only put it on one guy.
But I want to put it near some other dudes if they're close to make they have to go.
Yeah, so either side of your little caravan in your cart, you're standing beneath the portcullis of this town's gate right now. The 2 guards are in your face, and then there are guards flanking you in beneath coming from the interior side, but beneath the portcullis. So there's sort of a cluster of 4-ish guys on either your left or your right.
Okay. Can I then hold my action to cast it to wait till they're crossing the portcullis and then cast it right in the center?
I was thinking did I need tabletop simulator?
I want to get somebody to run right into it, basically.
Essentially.
Yes, we're starting with the cartoon nonsense after costume time.
Yeah.
Also, what kind of armor are they all wearing?
Metal.
A good answer.
Chain and plate. I assume metal is the only relevant information you need to know, but chain and plate depending on what guy. But
so they're heavy armored dudes. Got it.
Yes. This is essentially your guys' situation. The big blob thing is your caravan. The 2 guys in the front are the 2 guys talking to you, and then there's 4 guys coming from either side of you. It's a very close quarter situation. I mean, I guess
So there's not a way to put it between those 2 guys and get them both.
No, unfortunately, game mechanics will not allow you to cheese extra blend damage out of that situation.
Then I guess just our captain, our guy who looks in charge.
Okay.
He's gonna get slap chopped. He doesn't take damage till his turn though, so we'll wait.
Okay. So you cast that and just remind me when it gets
right, because we didn't. I can't remember if we decided they take it immediately and then on their turn.
That's how it's written.
Yeah.
With Cloud of Daggers, right?
Yeah.
You fill the air
When it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So I forget what we've done in the past.
Technically, when it appears,
I think we've done it as it's both in the past. Because it says when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
It
So
deals
both.
damage immediately on a square with an enemy in it
Okay.
when you cast it.
So I'm going to cast it at 3rd level. And Oh, I almost clicked Cure Wounds. That's not what I want. And that's going to be... Well, that's a lot of ones. 13 points of damage. Those 3 ones.
All right.
13 points of slapshot damage.
To
Or
this
guy in charge.
Okay. He gets lightly blended. It doesn't seem to super bother him. I mean, he doesn't like it.
A whole
but
lot
it's
worse
not-
for him.
He doesn't like turn into ribbons and die immediately. But he's not happy about being in that situation. Okay, that is your turn, Brom.
Yep.
All right. Then in that case, he goes like, ah! He starts his turn in the cloud of daggers.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
gonna-
he's next.
Damn it!
He's got to
Fucking-
save this turn, right? Because now he's in
Nope.
it.
Nope.
No,
He starts
just
his
gets-
turn in it, so
He just gets blended
he
again.
just-
All right, then
yeah.
roll again.
Not 15
Chop.
points of damage.
Flat
much?
chop is not.
15.
15. All right. So he's taken 28 total. He goes like die, bastard! And he is going to move out of the cloud of daggers and immediately step up to you, Brom. And he's going to make 3 attacks as he reaches back and unsheathes a glinting greatsword. So his 3 attacks against you are going to be a 14,
Miss.
a 15,
Miss.
and a 28.
Miss. No, that's that hits.
Okay, he will hit you with 1 of his attacks. Brom, you take 12 points. No, I'm sorry. You take 19
Ugh.
points of slashing damage.
Of course, it had to be a larger number. All right.
God forbid the larger number.
This man just sealed his fate.
That is his turn's interest. That brings us to you. So you begin to like charge this spell on the guy who's holding your gold, who is now standing next to a cloud of daggers. Oh, make a concentration save on your cloud of daggers. Is that right?
Yeah. That's an 18.
So you're good either way. I was trying to figure out if it was a 10 or something else. So you maintain concentration on cloud of daggers. There's nobody standing in it though. So it's interesting. There's a cloud of daggers spinning next to the guy that has your purse of 50 gold.
Punch him into it.
The boss has like stepped forward and taken a swing at Braun.
I'm still, because we got double crossed, I'm going to poison spray the guy who took my gold, my purse, and that was an 18 to hit him when I rolled it before.
God damn.
Osric should punch a guy into the.
Yeah, I can't punch a guy into it.
I was
so.
thinking of Rowan. Rowan could punch a guy.
No, Rowan can punch a guy into this. Citrus cannot.
An 18 definitely hits.
Okay, that is 16 points of damage to him.
Okay.
A high-pitched scream as acid sears this man's flesh.
Wilhelm scream.
16, you said?
16.
16. He's like hit with this splash of acid. He goes like, ah! As his like hands, he kind of throws his hands up, but it like hits the backs of his hands, and like some of it gets across to his face. And immediately his hands begin to like blister where it hits him in the face. Like starts to like sizzle, and like slight like chemical steam comes off of his face. Anything else with your turn's interest?
Flip him off for comedic effect and
Steam.
to get him to come at me.
And in fact, he will, as it is his turn next. He immediately rushes to you, and
What
he's
the
going to make 2 attacks.
Okay.
That is a 18 is the lower of his 2 attacks.
Both hit then.
You are going to take 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As he thrusts, piercing damage. He thrusts his short sword twice quickly into you.
Alright.
All right, Osrius, that brings us to you.
Yes. What we're going to do is
I'll give you a refresher on this. Is your
use my mouse.
Where the hell did I draw that?
Yes.
This is your current situation.
Okay.
There's two guys in front who have been engaged by Brahmin's interests.
Mhm.
They've kind of moved into the cluster here, and then there are 4 guys apiece coming from each side who are currently like undealt with.
Okay. Well, I am going to go up to, I guess I would say, I would call it like the lane that is in front of Brahm, I guess. If
Okay.
they're coming up like each run, so I'm going to go up that lane. I'm going to rage.
Okay.
They get within a within raging within a 10-foot cube, I think. If you
So this is
everybody
a
gets
pretty close quarters situation. So
10
I'm gonna
foot.
say all of the Ignians are gonna make that save as well.
There's
as
no
Brahmin.
save. They just get three fire
okay.
damage.
Well, then as well as Brahmin's interests.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just
How
wanted to
much was-
3 fire damage just straight out. But now I am raging. And I want to hit 2 of the enemies there with the vicious great axe.
All right. Do you want to do the leader? Do you want to do the like second in command, or do you want to do some of the like rank
let's do-
guys?
Let's do leader and second in command.
All right. Go ahead and roll the hit twice.
Okay. Just have made these 20. Come on. Yeah, great. I gotta go with. First one is 23,
That hits.
and the other one is 17.
The 17 is going to be a miss. So the
God
big
damn it.
boss you managed to hit
Yeah.
with the 17. The guy who's got Zintrus's money.
Yeah.
He's got a shield, and he like deflects your great axe with the shield.
Okay. Well, the one hit then is 12.
Okay.
12 slashing damage.
All
Yes.
right, you dig your axe into him. He kind of staggers back a little bit and resets his footing. Anything else with your turn?
No, that's it.
Alrighty. It's going to bring us to Aelar.
Sticking with the plan, Jason.
Yeah, it seems like
Um,
an Aelar plan. So
we're going to use web.
Booming Blade.
Web.
Oh.
To
Booming Blade's the only thing Aelar's done in this campaign.
he's
he's used
webbed
web
once.
quite a bit. So
okay,
we,
he's going to use web. Which side? Left or
Jason,
right? Left or right?
opinion.
So how big is this portcullis?
Yeah,
How many
how-
feet?
You're talking like a 15-ish foot. Like it's wide enough that like your cart and horses are in it, and then like you have a little bit of you have like a little bit of space on either side.
Web
If you
is
drop it inside the portcullis, you're gonna hit all of yourselves as well. So like you're gonna have to go like
you like pick a side basically.
to these guys.
Did
Okay,
Oz
to
go?
not
Did
drop
Oz
it
go
on
left or
yourself.
right? Yeah, did
Went
Oz
straight.
go
Oz
left
went
or right?
straight.
Yeah, take out the left side, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just take out a side.
All right, so
So-
he's gonna cast web. I'm gonna make saves for these soldiers over there.
For some reason, I can't mark that off on Alar's sheet.
I got it. Click. Oh, I can't either.
You
What
probably
is
don't have.
his-
You
what's
probably
his
have
spell
view
save?
only access.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
right.
you only.
It's November 1st. You know what that means. Better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out.
I got a.
I'll give
So
it to the
the
Cloud Daggers.
rolls of the 4 guys that he hit, the rolls are a 6,
Fail.
a 15, a
Save.
14,
Fail.
and a 20.
So 2
So-
saves, 2 fails.
Okay.
Yeah. And the web is still there. If they interact with it, they can
They have to.
Okay. Cool.
make
It's,
the save
It's a
again.
deck save of 15.
Alrighty.
Yeah, if they start their turn, they have to make the save again.
Okay, cool. Anything else Aelar wants to do on his turn?
It's an action. He's probably I mean, he's never used it, but bonus action dodge would be very good right now.
That's fine.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, let's
Okay.
keep Aelar alive. Bonus action dodge. Can we just say
Don't kill our
that's the
friend's
blanket bonus
character.
action for now?
That is
Oh,
fine.
yeah,
Bonus
yeah,
action
yeah.
dodge. Alright, Walter, that brings us to you.
I guess Walter will say to the captain, he's like, you have one more chance to surrender, and knowing that it's going to be a no probably, I'm going to creepy green light the other side of the people.
Okay, 4 con saves, right?
4 con saves.
Alrighty. Where's my other
Don't fear the Reaper.
Da-da-da-da.
Don't fear
Nope,
the
this is,
shovel.
I'm like, why can't I find the spell? I was on Aelar's page.
I
It's
have
a
an 18.
DC. Okay, save.
A 4.
Okay, the mark is 17.
Okay, I have an 18, a 4, a 12, and an 11. So 3 fails and a save.
All right. How many numbers is that? 24 radiant damage, and the ones that failed gain a level of exhaustion.
24 radiant. Is it no damage to the ones who succeeded?
Yeah, it's save or suck, but it's a lot of suck if you get
Okay, so on the
If you fail.
right, you did right side, right? 'Cause
right side. Yeah. And
the-
pushed over as far as that, like only that like corner radius is
Sure.
really like.
On the right side, 3 of the soldiers immediately shrivel and die.
Yeah, you have one more chance to surrender, and 3 of their guys disappeared.
They go like
They'll just
shrivel away and they fall to the ground. Alrighty,
I will have
that's really effective.
one more attempt.
blow them up.
I'm
Blow them up like a balloon.
yeah. So I'm going to grab my shovel,
Okay.
and I'm going to use it to bonus action Misty Step,
Okay.
which I believe is legal. Do you want to make it?
Spell? Cast a spell with your action. You can
And then use the magic
cast
item.
Another. You can cast another spell
I can only so
as long as it's a bonus action. Is that the rule?
so you, other way around. If you cast a spell with a bonus action, you can only cast a cantrip with your action.
That's it.
So we can say I don't do that. And
Okay.
I think shovel away is also an action to make it fly. So I guess I'll just sit there smugly
Okay, you sit there
It-
smugly.
after offering them an option to surrender.
All right, you do that.
Bonus action shillelagh. That's right.
There you go. Bonus action.
There we go. There's I knew there's something I could do.
There it is. Rogers and the boys are gonna go. So Carlisle is gonna spend his turn. He was about to like rush forward and like engage with the guys on the side of that now has creepy green light. So he takes like a step forward and goes like and stops. He's gonna use his turn to circumnavigate like Henrietta and your cart and all your shit to get to the other side where the web is. Rogers is he has his sword out, but as like the creepy green light is on one side, the web is on the other. He kind of like, all right. He puts his sword away and like reaches down into his boot, pulls out a dagger, and just throws it at the guy. At the guy that is currently engaged with like Brahm, Osrius, and Zintris, the boss. So he's gonna roll to hit with a thrown dagger, and he's gonna crit. Oh my goodness!
Ian's playing dirty.
He's in here singing.
Oh my
Stuck
god!
in
And he
the-
does max damage.
What the hell, man?
He's
He
in
is-
here singing "Stuck in the Middle with You." Like
I
his head.
swear to God.
He does
That's pretty
12
good,
points of
Matt.
damage with his dagger.
Man, put a cheat.
Who?
Rogers
Rogers
does 12
just
points of damage
chucked
a
to
dagger.
the leader.
You know, the Bopito wannabe.
The Bopito wannabe. He throws a dagger. It hits the leader, who like stumbles back and like takes it and like pulls it out and throws it on the ground. That's his turn. And then Rana is going to turn towards the guys on the left side that are currently in the web. And she does something that you guys have encountered her doing before. She like makes several arcane gestures, and then she goes, "Sleep." And all of the like scarified runes up and down her arms illuminate with this like arcane magic, and she is going to cast a high-level sleep spell. So she's gonna roll. She's gonna roll. She's gonna roll 9d8. It's gonna take friggin' forever. Okay, so she does 51 points of sleeping. Do some quick calculator math here.
Not to be that guy while you're calculator mathing. What's on the other side of the portcullis?
The town. Small open area and then just like buildings.
Okay, I just the light spreads around corners. It's a 30-foot radius, and I assume only about 10 of that 60-foot diameter is currently on the bad guys.
It doesn't appear. There is no like you didn't accidentally like put half of this in somebody's house where you just killed a bunch of civilians.
I didn't just microwave a bunch of.
No, you're you're okay on that element.
Mars, this is gonna be the death of me.
Rana puts 3 of the 4 soldiers on the left side who are in the like the web duration to sleep, and they just fall to the ground to sleep. A spell you have seen her do before was not super effective against you guys, as at the time Kel counterspelled it. But in this instance, she knocked out 3 guys in one go with this sleep spell. So 3 guys on Walter's side are have been overcooked, and 3 guys on the other side are now unconscious, leaving you with 1 soldier on each side and then like the 2 main guys in the front. That's Rogers and the boys' turn. Now brings us to the soldiers, only 2 of whom can act. One of whom needs to make a save for the creepy green light, right? Because he starts his turn.
Yeah, DC 17 con save.
At 1.
Did he take double damage?
Probably not going to matter.
Well, maybe. It's 27 to him.
No, he's real dead. So he goes to like flee out of it. He goes like, and he gets like 3 feet and then just like melts. So the guys on the right side are now dead. The guy on the left side has to make a save for the web, which he does succeed. So he is going to move up and he is going to attack Brahm. He's going to take 2 long sword attacks. And 11 is the better of the 2, so I assume he's going to miss both. So he kind of like, he's like struggling his way out of these webs. He takes 2 clumsy swings at Brahm, fails both of them. Okay. That is their turn. That brings us to the top of the round. Brahm.
Okay. This man in front of me, who's decided he wants some real bad times. He's gonna get a nice heat metal right to his chest plate.
Okay, the boss guy or the guy who's got the money?
The boss guy.
All right.
How's he looking?
He's okay. He looks to be okay.
Okay, so then this is gonna be at 3rd level.
Alrighty.
And that is all right. That's 2 8s and a 7. Almost
All
max
right.
damage. These cheese dice are hard to
8,
read.
8, 7. Okay. So his like breastplate begins to glow like cherry red, and he's like, "Ah! Ah!" As it like heats up on him, and you see like smoke and like sizzling begins to emanate from inside his breastplate. Anything else with your turn?
No,
All right.
I'll save my bardic inspirations for later.
So you kind of like you do that. He's like sizzling. And he immediately like he sort of like claws with one hand at his breastplate, and then he turns to you, Brahm. And he abandons like clutching at the breastplate, and he's just gonna make 3 attacks against you again.
I thought he was gonna try and bear hug me.
Oh no. He definitely hits you 3 times.
Lovely.
So you take. I'm gonna need the calculator for this one.
Oh, no.
Are you doing all the damage at once, or making 3 attacks to make them 3?
Let me do it this way. Okay, so.
He does have disadvantage on the attacks, I think, as well.
Oh, does he?
I'm pretty sure. Double check heat metal.
Does it?
It's not on his weapon.
I think it only gives you disadvantage on you. Well, what's my
Any creature in physical contact with it, bonus action on subsequent turns. If creatures holding or wearing the object takes damage from
Either
it.
a con save or drop the object if it can. Which
It
can't.
can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn.
Go.
Interesting.
So he can't just. I mean, he might still hit, but like just putting that out there, that's an important addendum.
No, I'll roll again. That seems to be written to me as if intended, as if like his sword was heated. But I'll roll again. Oh no. Well, he didn't crit you twice. That's good. He does still hit you 3 times. He hits you 3 times. None of them are crit, so that's at least something. Okay, so
I tried.
yeah.
Well, I'll
unfortunately,
take the lack of crits.
Okay, all right. So that you're not going to take the extra damage from this. So then you're going to get hit 3 times. You're going to take 36 points of slashing damage
Total.
total.
So what are his 3 saves?
Three separate 10 concentration saves.
That's a lot of damage.
The first one succeeds because it was a 13 plus
Okay.
things. That also succeeds because it was an 8 plus things.
Okay.
And a 12. So yeah, I made all 3.
All right, so you maintain. He is going to use a bonus action. He's going to second wind, and he is going to regain 20 hit points.
No,
So he like heals himself, or sort of like steals his resolve as the burning like breastplate is still attached to him.
So the next line in heat metal actually says you can't regain hit points. I'm absolutely kidding. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
What?
Wait, what's that?
That's Lich Slap. That's not good
Zintris, that's gonna bring us to you.
I just want the dude that took my crap to go away. 'Cause he's
Alright.
annoying me. Instead of poison, I'm going to firebolt him.
Alright, we'll hit.
16 plus things to hit him, plus 7 to hit him.
That will hit.
Why can I never
Realize
find
that the
these dice?
music
Okay.
stopped.
That's 9.
20
Why can't
minutes
I
of
count?
silence.
17 points of damage to him.
How many?
17.
17. Alrighty. So he takes another 17 points. He's struck by your firebolt. He is still alive. Why is Suncraft not playing any music?
Okay. That's it. I don't have anything else I want to do right now.
Suncraft died.
Slinkcraft was murdered.
Apparently. Who knows? Well, anyway. Alright, that's your turn.
Yep.
Alright, that brings us to him, and he is going to attack you again.
Mm-hmm.
2 attacks. A 14
Yes.
and a 26.
That hits.
You take another 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
That is his turn. That is going to bring us to Osrius.
Yeah. Let's just hit the 2 guys in front of me.
Alrighty.
Be directly in front of me. So I'm already raging. Vicious Great Egg.
This is Great X.
Both of those are a 22.
Both of those hit.
Okay. Sorry, digging for the D12. There. First one is going to be 12, and the other one is so it's 12 again, so it's 24 damage.
To which one? You have
We'll go
leader, leader or
yeah.
the guy with the money?
Yeah, we'll do the leader.
Okay. That's 24 damage from both attacks?
Yeah, just all together.
Okay. So he takes 24 damage. Alrighty, you slash into him with your great axe. He sort of like staggers back as he's got his attention on Brahm, who is currently like superheating his breastplate. And that is gonna like stagger him backwards a little bit. Anything else with your turn?
Nope.
Alrighty.
That's it.
That will bring us to Aelar. What's Aelar gonna do? He's got one guy on the right, on the left, who is not asleep.
Yeah, he'd probably go for that guy with his rapier.
Yeah, he was strained at all.
No, he
He is not.
avoided. He avoided
Okay.
the web. So yeah, he would
Yeah,
attack.
that'd be booming blade.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that'd be attack with the rapier and then a booming
All right, roll to
blade.
hit.
It's a 18 plus. Was it 7 to hit for him? Yeah.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's extra 1d8 thunder damage.
Okay. Where the heck are all my d8s? Not that bad. 15 points of damage. I didn't roll so great, but
How many points of damage?
15 total.
15. Alrighty.
Is that guy engaged with somebody else right now or no?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think technically.
Technically.
Didn't he swing at Brom though?
Yeah, I mean, like, you guys are all
Kinda.
sort of just in a cluster here.
Yeah, we're all.
What I'll say is this: you don't even have to bother, because you came within 1 hit point of killing him with the first one. We'll say he gets sneak attack because he's he's sort of engaged in the vicinity of Brom.
Yeah. If another enemy of the target is within
Don't
5 feet
have
of
to.
it.
Yeah, you don't have to. Don't bother rolling the die. We'll just say that like an amount of sneak attack damage would have been done. Aelar will kill that guy. So all 4 guys on the left are now, or 1 is dead, 3 are unconscious.
Oh, that's a lot of 6s. 15 sneak attack damage.
He double kills him. Alrighty, Walter, that's gonna bring us to you.
I'm gonna dismiss the creepy green light because it seems to have done its job. And I will instead focus on the gentleman I was speaking to previously, as 12 seconds have passed. Half of their people are dead, and he's on fire. It's like last chance to surrender. We just wanted to come in and make trade offers. And then I guess I will blast the guy that stole the money.
Okay.
We're going to chill touch that man. Ooh, 28 hits.
Yeah.
It's a 9 points of damage, and he can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Alrighty.
So thievy captain man. So I will also do shovel away, as that requires no action. It says you can speak a command word, and it lets it hover. So I'm going to shovel away. I'm going to sit astride my shovel and fly about 20 feet above the portcullis.
Fly up. Alrighty.
Actually, you know what? While I'm up there, is there anybody else in the town that seems to be coming to the gate? Or does this look like this looks like all the guards? Not used to flying. That's a 4.
Tough to see. The buildings are mostly like 2 and 3 story in this town. There are several like large buildings that do not strike you as like residences or shops right here in the little courtyard beyond this this like gate. But you can't see, like, you can't really get a good like eagle's eye view from that high up of anything. So you don't see anybody else coming or anything like that at this point.
Alright. Just sit up there and taunt them from above,
Deeply
I guess.
pissing me off that I can't get the music to start playing again.
Sidebar, just blanket statement again. Aelar's bonus action is dodge until further notice.
Yes.
Sure.
Keeping
Okay.
Aelar alive.
That is gonna bring us to Rogers and the boys. Carlisle is going to attack.
The sleeping men.
Yeah, he is.
He's kind of a dickbag. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, we've pretty firmly
He's
established
our
Rogers and the
dickbag,
boys
though.
are not great in terms of moral character. Oh no, he crits. Rogers comes out. He pulls out a like a two-handed. It is a great axe, mechanically speaking. It's not quite as like hefty as Osrius's. It's more like a two-handed, heavy-duty wood-cutting axe. But he is gonna drop it on the unconscious form of the one of the sleeping guards, and he does. He just cuts like a man's head off. Like he lines it up and goes like, and a head goes rolling. That is Carlisle's turn. Rogers will pull his sword. He's gonna move over. He's gonna do the same thing to another guy.
Just gonna coup de grace these men.
He is going to do.
Oh.
Not enough. He heartily stabs one of the guys who does wake up, and is like wakes up with like a sword in his gut. It's like wow. Rana will try and finish that guy off with a. Actually, she's gonna be at disadvantage because she's gonna take a crossbow shot at him on the ground. She will miss, unfortunately. So Carlisle kills a guy. Rogers stabs a guy badly, but doesn't finish him off. Rana tries to finish him off, but doesn't hit him. And now one of the three, there's two guys left alive on the left side. One of them got killed by Aelar. One of them got killed by Carlisle. One of them is still asleep, and one of them currently has Roger's sword like in his abdomen. That's Rogers and the boys' turns. The soldiers are gonna go. The sleeping soldier is asleep. The guy who is stabbed is going to take a swing at Rogers, who is currently stabbing him. He will hit for 7 points of damage.
Not to undo the narrative shenanigans. Are these elves?
Oh shit, they are elves. They can't sleep. We're gonna have to. You know what? They're now humans because I fucked up deeply.
I was like, okay, cool. She cast sleep, red, but she's like, it was a lot more effective this time. It wasn't. It almost wasn't.
She would not have done it had it been elves. So I'm gonna make these guys humans. No, fuck.
We have the moral high grounds for decapitations now.
Everybody just, I don't know. The same amount of guys are dead, but nobody fell asleep. I completely
I'm so
forgot.
sorry.
You're correct. No, you are 100% correct.
I didn't even think about it.
Okay, well then in that case, the second guy's gonna take a stab at. He's gonna attack Brahm.
I have a retcon that is narrative dissatisfying, specifically because it's Rana. Her sleep spells can put elves to sleep.
Sure, it can. I'm gonna make that canon.
Just the things that got messed up when she was made magical worse.
I was gonna say, could we make it so that when they messed with her in the jail,
That's good. That is good game canon. That that will be
They
crafted into an interesting thing to cover up the fact that I deeply suck. So Brahm, you are gonna get attacked twice by the guy who is... No, you're not gonna get attacked because now he's asleep again. So we move past that. Good God, top of the order, Brahm.
All right, he's gonna take that.
Deep metal damage, yes.
Bonus action charbroil. Well, hey, look, one of our favorite NPCs has a new cool ability.
There you go.
It's not a mistake. This is entirely on purpose.
Good God, yeah.
15 points of damage.
Alrighty. Okay. He takes some more damage. He's starting to look cooked a little bit, but he's still on his feet.
And that was a bonus action, so he's gonna take a sword to the chest. Maybe.
All right, roll the hit.
Does a 18 hit?
18 just hits, yes.
Okay.
Roll damage.
Max damage. 11.
Max
All right.
damage.
So you like twist the heat metal, it scorches him, and as he like fights against his breastplate, you just shove your rapier in between like under the like armpit of his armor. That is gonna bring us to his turn, and he like snarls and like sort of like pinkish spittle comes from his teeth. As he says, "Why won't you submit?" And he's going to attack you again 3 times, Brom. At
Brom's
disadvantage.
gonna look him dead in the eye and go, "Why won't you die?"
Okay, so that is 1 miss on the first wave. So I'll roll the other 2 again. The lower on this second wave is an 18.
That is.
Okay, so he's gonna hit you. He's still gonna hit you twice. So you take.
Can I cutting words one of them? I'm getting tired of hearing Brom getting stabbed.
If you want to.
I'm going to reaction cutting words him.
Okay.
And having heard Brom say, "Why won't you die?" I will just shout over my shoulder. One of the best things about idiots like you is that you eventually do just freaking die.
So you're
Is
gonna
my-
damage the guy, right?
Yeah, and that cutting words. I just lost it on my sheet. Hold please. New character. Who dis? Makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll. You can expend 1 bardic inspiration, roll the die, and subtract the number from the creature's roll. So whatever I roll on my bardic inspiration, I subtract from his.
Gotcha.
Attack.
Okay, so the lower of his 2 rolls I said was an 18, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
An 8, so he would get a 10. So he will miss you once then.
You'll miss him.
All right, so
So-
then he is gonna hit you, Brom,
He'll
for
hit-
12 points of damage,
Stop him.
and make a DC 10 con save.
Is that Olive or Griff?
It's both. Emily's going.
Oh,
No, it was a 19.
19. Okay, you succeed.
Groliv.
So he like stabs Brom again, and he turns towards the guy next to him, and he goes, "Summon the barracks!" And that is his turn.
Don't do that.
Zintrus, that brings us to you.
No, thank you.
The guy that I'm dealing with, he said that too.
He said that to the guy that you were dealing with, yes.
I just say, "No, you won't," and I'm going to firebolt him again.
Alright, roll to hit.
That's a nat 20.
Woo!
Oh boy.
Hang on 1 sec.
Yes.
Chris bled.
I just want to check something. Doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, nat 20, auto hits.
Okay, I can do math. Wait, do you want me to roll double the dice or just double the number? How do you prefer it?
I have been doing. We need to like firm up how we do this.
Yeah, like
I
I'm
always roll once and then multiply by 2,
okay. I can't do math.
just because it's easier.
26 points of damage.
Woo! Okay, so he's taking that many.
Spicy.
He is
These Ignians are
alrighty.
ignitable.
Still alive,
How is
badly
he-
damaged.
Oh, I hate him.
He like staggers back, falls like to 1 knee as you hit him with another firebolt. But he's still alive. Anything with your
After
turn?
all, oh my god, I hate him.
I have any options?
I look at Oz, I go, "Can you help?"
Okay. It is his turn. He reaches into his like shirt and pulls out a whistle, and he goes and blows into the whistle, letting out a loud, shrill sound. And then he is going to get up, and he is going to attack Brom twice. At some point,
Not me.
he figures. You don't need to make a check for this. He's like keenly aware, it seems, that like Brahm is the one who is maintaining the spell that is currently like burning the superior officer. That seems to be the goal at this exact moment. One of them is a clear miss. One of them is going to hit. It is a 24. Brahm, you take another 7 points of piercing damage.
Oh my god.
And make a DC 10 con save.
Just made it. The 10 exactly. Well, I rolled it. 6 plus 4.
Okay. The barking dogs of Talmark have been temporarily quieted by assurance that it was their mother who is returning to the gates of Talmark instead of a band of strangers. Okay, so you maintain concentration on the heat metal.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to bring us to Osrius.
Ozyhandius.
Did he have to?
Possible
We
AFK.
will come back to that. Aelar, we'll go then.
Aelar just watched a man blow a whistle to summon people.
Yep.
Aelar was 100% the kind of person who would go and stab that man in the face with a booming blade
Sure.
on the spot.
You want to roll it, Jay?
It doesn't matter.
We're both running.
Does
him
he
at
have
this point.
advantage on this man? It doesn't matter.
No.
He has an enemy within 5 feet of him.
He's engaged
He
with
he
me.
can sneak attack at least.
Yeah, 16 plus stuff.
16 plus stuff will hit.
Alright, he's gonna Booming Blade plus 1d8 plus 5d6. He can do less than, so 2d8 for the damage, 5d6, and that's 28 plus whatever his flat damage is.
So, I mean, I guess technically, had he rolled all ones, he could have done not enough damage to kill the guy.
Plus 3, so 31 damage.
So, very much, that is enough. He lunges forward, the whistle blow. The guy reaches up, stabs Brahm, is blowing the whistle, and that whistle is cut off as a rapier goes into his trachea as Aelar just stabs him to death. He is no more. That is Aelar's turn, bonus action dodge, I assume. And Walter, that will bring us to you.
Okay, what is the layout of this alley entryway into this town? I assume there's guys coming. Is this a tunnel? Is this a funnel building coming in, or?
So there is a small, little, what might under different circumstances be a little plaza here. Essentially, it's just an open courtyard that is, 40 feet, vaguely rounded. Where the sort of the buildings come to an arch around the inside of the gate. There are 3 streets that lead away from this little area. One that goes directly straight from where you are that heads kind of towards the center of town, and then one left and one right that lead off into the
How big
kind
is
of
this town?
adjacent to the wall to the left and the right.
How big is this town square?
You're not in the town square. You're in a little area.
Oh, the plaza. Okay, how big is the plaza roughly?
Inside the gate. So from the inside of the gate to where the building is, 40 feet, and it's probably a little less than that in diameter, as it's sort of this shaped.
Sure. Basically, if there's 3 paths that people are going to be coming down, we're not sure where they're coming from, I want to plop down another creepy green light right at the intersection of all those paths that are on their way to us. In the most convenient choke point we can find.
So you could put it like in the center of that plaza, which would effectively cut off people from like running through there to the gate, but it's also going to trap your people like in the portcullis and out of the town. You can back it up a little bit and block like one of the ways into this area. But to effectively seal like anybody from coming here from any of the 3 directions is also going to prevent your party and their horse and their cart and whatever else from like.
Can I block 2?
What's the diameter?
30-foot radius, 60-foot diameter.
You can block. I'm pulling.
I'm
pulling some geometry like fully out of my ass. What I'm going to say here is based on the way that this looks in my mind eye. You can block 2.
But one of them has to be the straight path.
Sliver. One of them has to be the straight path. One of them has to be one of the other. And the sliver of like non-creepy green lighted area will be enough that like the individuals from your group can like slip through and run down the non-blocked path, but the horses and the carts are not making it through the gap.
Do we have any NPCs that can take the horses back out of town?
You have Rogers and the boys with you.
All right, so I'll yell for Rogers and the boys to like get the horses to safety. Well, actually, I'll have them maybe guard the horses, and I will creepy green light a path. So like,
okay,
if that makes sense. Basically, like I don't want them to like.
Okay, that's fine. Here's what I think is gonna happen. You do that. So you creepy green light, right?
I'm gonna creepy green left, the right, and the center.
Okay.
Or, right. Sorry. I meant left and center.
No problem. You do that. The light like illuminates the center of the square here. You kind of yell this to Rogers, like protect the horses. Rogers like surveys the situation, does like you see like this sort of like quick like calculating expression goes across his face. And he, to nobody in particular, he just yells out, "One of the bags, give it."
All right. Can I have Morgan like fly him the bag?
Sure.
All right. Morgan's gonna hang out with him. Sure.
Okay. So Morgan like lands on his shoulder. He like grabs the bag from Morgan, stuffs it into his coat. And he immediately is going to, he'll use his, or the 3 of them essentially will all use their action to begin to like back the horses and the cart out of the portcullis. That will bring us to the soldiers, of whom, after all that bullshittery, one is asleep.
One is asleep, one is mostly dead.
You blocked the left and the center? You blocked the right and the center.
Left and center.
Left and center. Okay.
So that we could slip through to the right.
Okay.
Or so that they could slip through the right, because I'm up in the air.
The sleeping guy is going to be in the creepy green light, because he was on the left side, like.
Okay. I thought I was aiming further into the town, but that's fine.
The way I'm envisioning it is like if you imagine. All right, hang on. Let me do a little drawing. Right here. Boop, boop. Right.
Well, I gotta get my emotional support dinosaur costume.
So this is sort of the This is kind of the situation, right? Like the two
Yes.
square bits there, right? So you
Yeah.
have essentially, the way I'm envisioning this, if you blocked left and right, you went like this.
We're envisioning the same thing. I just thought it was further. Yeah,
You
exactly.
went like that with the creepy green light. So like
Yeah.
you'll just nick the guy that's asleep in that in that thing. So he's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, it's a con save. He can make that in his sleep. He doesn't automatically fail all saves. Just
well, he rolls a 2, so.
Hold on. He gains a level of exhaustion, and takes 18 points of damage.
Well, he.
Does he have 20 HP? Because that'd be really funny.
No, he has not enough HP to survive that. If he dies.
Well, at least he went in his sleep,
he did go in his sleep, so that
which is
just
probably
leaves,
confusing for an elf.
The one guy who is like badly wounded on the ground that Rogers like pulled his sword out of and booked it, is the only like regular soldier still up, and that brings us to he'll I guess make an attack of opportunity against Rogers. Oh no, that was his reaction. He misses, and then with his action on his turn, he will attack. Now I'm trying to keep track of who's near him. His interests? He can attack his interests. 3, he misses. He hangs his head and walks into the creepy green light because what is he even here for? That's his turn.
Oh, no.
No.
Life is for living.
So at the end
Except
of
die.
the round there, the whistle has been blown. You see, so Walter, you flew up and you saw that a couple of those buildings were kind of like blocky and didn't look like businesses or homes.
Right.
You realize now that those are barracks.
Oh boy.
One on the left, one on the right. Fortunately, the one on the left, like the door flies open, immediately allowing the creepy green light to flood into that area, and you just hear like, it's like
Oh, war
a
crimes.
number of guys get like mutilated inside.
Close the door! Close the door! It's letting it in!
Close the door! The door slams shut again a moment later. The other door, however, opens, and you see that these are in fact like barracks. They're essentially guard barracks, which are currently occupied by Ignean soldiers. And Igneans begin to like pour out of the right side of this opening. On this turn, an additional like 10 soldiers rush out of the opening. That is going to bring us back to he is dead. That would bring us back to Oz. If Oz is here, he can take his turn. If not, we'll move on. No, I'm sorry. I'm in the wrong ass place. It's Brahm's turn.
Okay.
We're at the top.
Is
of
the
the
captain still alive?
Yes.
He's gonna take that damage again.
Can he not be?
Good try.
$21 points of damage.
Alrighty. So he is at that. Okay. He takes that damage. He continues to burn.
Okay.
He's still up though.
That was my bonus action. So as my action, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself
Alrighty.
at 4th level.
Okay.
Get 22 hit points back.
Alrighty. He anything else in your turn?
No.
Okay. He like continuing to sizzle. It's his turn now, so he'll Does he take damage again on his turn?
No, just
No,
it's
okay,
a
just on
bonus
Brahm's
action.
turn. Okay, so in his like sizzling armor, he like looks at you. He sees you like heal yourself. You see him like grit his teeth, and he goes, "Fine. If you are made of steel stuck, let us see what you think of this." And he is going to turn his 3 attacks this turn against Zintris. At disadvantage, those 2 are already going to miss. That one would hit 26 still. So he'll hit you once for 12 points of slashing damage, Zintris.
Okay, that's fine.
Alrighty. That is his turn. And that will bring us, Zintris, to you.
How bad does he look?
Not great. He's like pretty crispy at this point. But like the like he's got like a crazy look in his eyes at this point.
Yeah.
You get the sense that like he is going to keep fighting with the same like violent fervor until he is stone dead.
But from what, okay, just for the sake of clarity on what we've seen so far, he's used like strength and constitution and is just like you said, crazy fighter dude.
Yeah, essentially.
far as we
Doesn't
know.
seem to have any magical abilities of any sort.
Until you start smiting.
Right. That's
Until he
that is
smites.
legitimately my fear at this point.
That's genuinely
No,
been my
you
fear this
have-
entire time.
And actually, Zintris, probably you more than anybody have reason to like. If you thought that this dude was like some sort of like a paladin of
Of anything.
like the Order of Nasum, like you would be able to recognize the the armor they wear, the things like that. Like this dude is just a like. I mean, he's a
crazy-
badass,
yeah.
clearly, but like he is just a soldier, just a
Okay.
military man.
I'm so sick of him. And since my other guy is gone,
He's very,
thanks to
very
Aelar.
much dead now.
I hope he fails. That's gonna be so mad if it doesn't work. I'm going to polymorph him
Okay.
into a fish.
Wisdom
Morph
save
into a
for
bitch.
polymorph?
Wisdom. Actually, not a fish. Into a turtle
Okay. So he's gonna make a wisdom saving throw.
of 15, and I hope he fails.
Oh, he gets a natural 20.
God
Plus 2, 22.
damn it!
Did you just try to turn me into a fucking turtle? He has no way of knowing you try to turn him into a turtle.
No, I tried to turn you into a celibate turtle.
I just smile at him and go, "Yeah, you'd be more attractive if you were anything else on this goddamn planet." And then I am going
Alright.
to just, in my head, start praying that Oz punches the shit out of this dude.
Okay. That would be Oz's turn. I don't know if Oz is present. 5. Boy, he might be asleep in his chair.
Yes.
Very plausible.
Should we just attack with axe for Oz? for
Let me
him?
make 2. Yeah, let me do this. Nat 1 and a hit. So he hits once. Shouldn't have
He's
let me
raging.
roll for
He
it.
should have advantage.
raging.
Oh no,
He
it's
doesn't
only
have
for
advantage.
regular.
He just will do extra damage.
Yeah.
So he hits once. He does. Whoo! Oh shit! He does 17 points of damage with his great axe. This guy has already taken. Okay, still on his feet. But very now, like you kind of asked Zintris, like how does he look before? Like now he's looking rough.
Okay.
As there is now like all of the other injuries and the burns and all of this that he's taken.
Filling up.
There is also now like a great axe embedded in his clavicle. So there is that. And that'll be Osrius's turn, which will bring us to Aelar. And I'm actually going to step in and take control of Aelar here, because what happens next, everybody who is present in the fight, please make me a perception check at disadvantage.
$15.
6. No, 7.
I have an aerial view, so I imagine it's a little bit better than
17.
Okay. Zintris and Walter, you hear from like somewhere in the vicinity that you cannot like pinpoint the direction of. You hear a like sort of like a series of like trilled whistles. Aelar like cocks his head at this, sheaths his rapier, and you see him like kind of like he sort of like crouches in sort of like a coiled spring position, and he will say, Walter, you can't hear this as you're up above.
Yeah.
But Brahm and Zintris, Brahm, even though you didn't hear like the whistled noise, you see Aelar like put his sword away and he goes, "Get ready." And that's what he does with his turn.
I imagine I can see this happen at least.
You don't hear what he says, but you see him put his sword away and like go like this, apparently in response to this like whistle.
Gotcha.
Can I use my reaction to also mimic what he's doing? Is like, I don't know what the fuck's about to happen, but I don't like this.
So you
Like, oh crap.
okay.
Soiling yourself is always a free action.
It is pooping yourself is a free action. We have established.
Not throwing yourself, just coiling like Aelar. Copy monkey see,
okay.
monkey do.
Rogers is going to Rogers and the boys wheel the caravan around and like jump aboard, and you hear like pow, and Rogers like gives like a whip crack, and Henrietta, Dr. Strongfast, and Hoover along like with the wagon, and Rogers and the boys like beeline it back towards the forest.
Okay.
Heading away. Morgan is on the cart with him, and they have one of the bags. They begin to like run. That will bring us to the soldiers. So these 10 soldiers like come filing out of this building. 5 of them are going to approach you guys, skirting around the creepy green light. 5 of them draw short bows. Hi. She got her pill. 5 of them draw short bows. They take a brief respite to confirm that one of their dogs got the appropriate medication. And they...
I'm glad the appropriate actions have been taken.
Related note. I found my dudes. My original Walter mini and my Morgan.
Peter Parker.
I thought I lost them for like the last several months because I moved.
I'm glad you found them, Jason.
We all did Halloween costumes for tonight.
Oh, I got it. Hold on.
Oh, hold on, Jason has to play it again.
Oh, hey, hang on, everybody. Can you at least come into stream so I'm talking to myself like a psychopath? Emily's dressed as a veterinarian. Russell is Captain Kirk. Brittany is just her character.
Okay.
Jason is currently putting his inflatable T-Rex costume back on.
Oh my god.
Adam is not here tonight.
He's the invisible
we don't know what
man.
happened to Curtis. Curtis was here at some point.
Curtis is like a rock
So
wall?
that's his like background. He had like a face drawn on his hand that he was like putting up. We don't know what happened to him. We think he might have fallen asleep in his chair. Which is
Are you serious?
yeah. He went quiet a while ago.
Scream at him?
I'm not gonna do that. If the man is asleep, he needs his rest.
Wake up! It's game time.
Well, this
Let's
is
just watch Jason be
worse.
Jason.
This is worse than
All right, give me like 10 minutes.
He's an inflatable T-Rex. as you
Okay.
can see. I'm Peter Parker. It's my costume.
Cool.
This is the best costume that 3 days in Amazon Prime could
I was
could
a little
deliver.
bit concerned when I saw the gloves to that in your bathroom.
Yeah, it is a child size. So this is I guess this is the time
That's
to reveal.
worse.
It is the only thing I could get in time is in fact a child's large Spider-Man costume, and in order to make this happen, I did have to cut the arms and legs off of it. So I am currently wearing a Spider-Man tank top.
That is not pretty.
It's not appropriate for stream, but I did have to also cut all the legs out of it so that I could fit it.
I mean,
fit it to it.
it's good that you didn't like leave them on, just cut like the crotch out.
Well,
Been worse.
Listen, we don't need to talk about what I had to do in the crotch.
I like how
This
Emily's
costume.
walking away before Jason inflates.
Emily was like,
It's-
"All right, I'm out." Anyway, what were we doing? It's the soldier's turn.
It's the soldier's turn.
You-
Five
Uh,
short bows, five sword guys.
5 crossbows are gonna come at you guys, so I'm gonna.
But
take
the
a
crossbows now.
Shot. I'm gonna take a shot at one shot at everybody. One of those is not a d20. Brahm. 20 to hit. Zintris gets crit.
Aelar's
Walter-
bonus action dodging.
He
Yeah,
will get
Aelar's
disadvantaged. Walter up in the sky, 21 to hit. Aelar, instead of getting crit, is a 17. Somebody's gonna have to let me know if that hits.
I think that's still hits.
That
Osrius
hits.
is in 21 to hit.
So we all get hit.
We all get hit. Yes.
Everybody gets hit. Aelar doesn't get crit. Everybody gets 12 points of piercing damage.
Wow. Okay. These are aggressive.
And then the guys who didn't draw the crossbows, the other 5, Walter is safe from the attacks. Everybody else is going to attack once. Somebody will get attacked twice. I'll figure out who that is. So everybody
It's
who
Braum.
attacks twice gets attacked twice. Does Aelar's dodge action continue to give him the?
Yes, he's basically like Spider-Man shuffling like left and right. So
Okay, then Brahm,
it's like a greasy mime.
21 to hit. Oh crap! Each of these guys get 2 attacks. Okay, hang on a second. Brahm, a 21 and an 18.
Those both hit.
Both hit. Okay. Zintris. Well, a crit and a nat 1. So kind of, I guess it washes out. You just get normal damage for 2. So you'll get a crit. Aelar. 14 and a 11 or something like that. I assume both of those miss. Oh, they're at disadvantage actually. Both of those really miss because both of those rolls were worse. And then Osrius, 1 hit and 1 miss. And then I'm gonna roll. Let's see. I'll roll d6. 1 is Brahm, 2 is Interest, 3 is Aelar, 4 is Osrius, 5 and 6 I'll reroll. Okay, I rolled a 5 and then a 6, for Christ's sake. 2 is Interest. Right?
Wait, what?
You're getting another bonus attack.
You're gonna get hit again.
Okay.
Or somebody's gonna attack you 2 more times. Nope, they're gonna miss both times. Okay, so Brahm gets hit twice, right?
All right,
Brahm,
got
you
hit.
take 12 points of damage.
How you
Zintrus.
doing?
Not good.
Zintrus, you get
I'm good.
hit once, but it's a crit, so you take 12 points of damage.
Okay, I'm still standing.
Aelar
Barely.
gets missed twice. And Osrius gets hit for 6 points of damage. That is the soldier's turn. The end of the initiative order has reached here. Something happens. There is a loud crack, puff noise. And suddenly, from like somewhere sort of in the middle of this fray, there is just this like, and all of you like are instantaneously like blinded. And then you kind of like blink a couple times, and you realize that the entire area is heavily obscured by this like dense smoke. Brahm, it is your turn. You can't see like a foot in front of your face.
Where are my other party members in relation to me?
Everybody is pretty close. You guys are like bunched up in this portcullis still.
So how many?
By the way, you do still have concentration going on the.
Yeah.
Actually, hang on. Sorry.
I have to roll 2 saves.
Make your 2 saving throws.
Oh, I have to make a saving throw for the creepy green light.
Yes, you do.
And that's just a narrow save. Okay.
So you can make your damage for your.
First things first. 15 points of damage.
I saved.
Is everybody within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
Okay, you're all going to get the effects of Mass Cure Wounds.
Does that allow you to choose targets, or does that say everybody within 30 feet of you?
Does it say targets you can
choose
see?
within range. Targets you choose within range.
Okay.
Choose up to 6 creatures in a 30-foot sphere.
What's the cast time on that spell?
Instantaneous.
One action.
One action,
Okay.
instantaneous.
Cool. Mass Cure Wounds.
So everybody's going to get
So Aelar, within how many feet?
30-foot sphere.
You good, Walter?
I only took a little bit of damage. I mean, I am only
In
20
terms
feet.
of-
I'm,
Are you in range?
I went 20 feet basically straight up from the
Okay, so all of your
thing.
party members will get this heal.
We're all getting 17 hit points.
Very cool. Okay.
Red. I'm back at max.
So there's sort of this like.
Well, good for
strum
you.
flute.
Hell.
Okay. Anything else, Brahm, with your turn?
Nope, that's all I can do.
Alrighty.
That guy's still not
did
dead?
Did you roll your? Oh, you did roll your heat metal. Yeah, you don't hear like a thud of a body hitting the floor. You hear like from somewhere in this like dense smog cloud. Okay, that's your turn.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's gonna bring us to the guy who is being heat metaled. He is going to now at this point, as the situation has changed, he is finally going to take this time. He is going to let's say this, so you guys can't see. Brahm, you hear the sound of this guy, because he was essentially right in front of you. He begins to back away. You hear him backing up, and you hear the like scuffling of like what you assume to be the like he has finally decided to pull this breastplate off of himself.
How far back does he go?
Impossible to say because none of you can see.
I'm just asking if he has to make a con save.
I'll figure that out quietly.
Okay.
I guess roll me some damage, and then
Okay. I will roll you the damage. He will glow
if into it.
He will glow if he takes damage.
Okay.
So we will be able to at least see that.
Well,
Maybe not. Who knows?
Are you, Brahm? Are you doing any? Are you going to use your reaction to try an opportunity attack this guy as you get the sense, like the sound that he's backing away from you?
Brahm had to go to the restroom, so
Brahm
no
had to
answer
pee.
currently.
So Brahm's answer is no. Fair enough.
14 damage just in
okay.
case it's important.
All right, Zintris, it is your turn.
Having felt the healing from who I assume is Brahm, because I don't know these guys very well yet.
Sure.
I'm going to go, oh, yeah, I could do that too. And I'm also going to cast Mass Curing Wounds.
Okay. Go ahead and
This
roll
is just
your
getting
healing.
bad. So let me do that.
If you haven't seen where Walter went, it's okay. I am at full health.
Yeah. Well,
But,
I'm only going to pick my friends, and that is what it is. And it just...
That's fine.
It's really for me and Brahm, but at this point I need to get multiples, and here we are. I can't do math. I cannot do math, oh my god. 26 points of healing for me and Braum, essentially. Because
Alright,
I'm pretty sure
fine.
Aelar and everyone else is okay, but whoever needs
Yeah,
it
probably fine.
gets it.
Okay, cool. Very
And I
good.
am almost back to full.
Alrighty. Zintris, Osrius, going here.
Oh, I did it again.
Aelar. Okay. Shit. Zintris, make a perception check.
Not my best.
You hear the you hear these sort of like the tap of like feet starting to move, and you feel a very brief touch on your right arm, as if like somebody sort of like kind of just grazed their fingers like on the inside of your like triceps muscle and gave a very slight tug to the right as like they were going past, and then you hear the like of footfalls like move to the right away from you.
Not hostile. I'm not gonna freak out. I'm not gonna yell. I'm just gonna okay. Because Aelar, remembering Aelar, go get ready. I'm going to assume this might have to do with that, and I will just stand there in the foggy, can't see crap zone.
Okay. Walter, that brings us to you.
Well, Walter just got smoke bombed. Saw it, but he saw Aelar prepare for it, or prepare for something. So I'm going to go 100 feet straight up.
Okay. You move about like once you have moved about another 10 feet vertical, you like clear the smoke cloud.
I'm
As you
gonna
continue to go up, you can kind of survey the area. You see, like you see deep into the town. Down, a lot of these like you had asked before, like what is the paths look here? Now you are like significantly above the rooftops here, so you can see like the road that went straight goes like into the center of the village here of the town. You see like the road to the right kind of winds along the exterior wall of the town. Same with the road to the left. There's just like the entire plaza is like filled with this massive like smoke bomb. You see down the alley to the right where your creepy green light is not. You see Aelar like emerges from the exterior border of the smoke into like this alleyway slightly in, and like skids to a stop and turns around and is like looking back into the smoke.
Okay. Yeah. So, what was my actual movement speed? Sorry. Moment, please. New stuff. So I only have a flying speed of 50 feet, so I'm only gonna go 50 feet up. So I'm 70 feet up now.
Yep.
I am going to cast message at where I'm pretty sure Zintris used to be.
Okay.
I can't see her, but I know the rough immediate area she was in, and has 120 foot range.
Okay.
So like I can kind of like get through obscurement. I'm gonna say I'm gonna message her saying that Aelar escaped the cloud to the directly right.
Can I respond now or wait till my turn?
You can respond. You can respond. It's instantaneous. You can respond.
Okay. I'll just say, okay, I'll grab Braum and Oz. If I can find them in the smoke. Shit. That's the message.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so I whisper a message to you. You can't. Nobody else can hear it but you. And then you reply, and only I can hear your reply. So that's fine. So, but I am 50, probably 30 or 40 feet above the cloud. I imagine there's some other dudes out. Yep. So I'm just gonna hang out up there and hope that that's out of range of whatever it is that's shooting at me.
Okay. Roger and the boys have a turn. Something's happening. They've run from the situation with your cart, your horses, and Morgan, and one of your bags of holding. The soldiers are going to go. You hear the, like, twang of a bunch of crossbows. Nobody gets hit. Several, like, Zintris, Brahm, Osrius all hear, like, crossbows go through. None of the crossbow people manage to hit, being that they can't see. The soldiers who moved up are going to attempt to hit as well. So those who are still... There's 5 of them, so 2 are going to attack Brahm at disadvantage. Does a 13 does not hit, right? Doesn't hit Brahm. No. And a... Does a 17 hit, Brahm? 17 hits.
Yes.
Okay. Zintris. Miss. Osrius. Miss. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. So another one against. So that one against Oz. Miss. Okay. So Brahm, you are gonna take 6 points of slashing damage as like a sword that you can't see in this like smoke bomb cuts into your like thigh. But you don't know where you essentially like can't see anything in front of your face. So like you just feel the bite of a blade like catch you off guard, and that is what happens on their turn. Brahm, it is your turn. You were peeing during some of this, so to catch you up, a smoke bomb has like gone off. Everybody,
Well, I know that
in the fight is essentially blinded right now.
I made my con save by the way.
Cool. I guess functionally for what Brahm's situation is, that's all that's happened so far. Is that like a smoke bomb went off? You can't see shit right now.
Do I know if that guy has managed to get his breastplate off yet?
You are not sure about that.
I'm gonna attempt to see. Roll the damage and see what happens. Ooh, my man. I hope it's still on. Because it is... $22 points of damage.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Uh, 15.
You don't hear anything in the
Damn
light.
it.
The smog.
I rolled
the
almost
smoke,
max damage on that one.
Whether or not that means
You killed him?
didn't make noise or the breastplate's off. There's no way to determine that. You just know that like you don't hear a guy going like, I'm being burned.
Yeah, and I didn't hear like the distinct sound of a breastplate being thrown to the ground.
You did not hear like a pank of a breastplate hitting the ground either. No.
Okay. That's all I'm gonna do because I'm actually I'm gonna cast Blade Ward on myself.
Okay.
It's not a concentration, though I don't know that it matters anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. With that,
And I'll also back up a little bit from where I just saw a sword come at me.
okay.
Back up like 10 feet, I guess.
Alrighty. Like this. You're kidding. Okay. Brahm, roll your heat metal damage.
$19.
Brahm, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage and 19 points of fire damage. Out of the smog, held by the severed buckle of his own breastplate, the guard boss hits you with your own heat-metalled breastplate.
Did he roll to hit?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
At disadvantage, nonetheless.
But he also took the damage because he was still holding it, right?
No, he's holding the leather strap of the breastplate. He has doffed it. He cut it free from himself, held the buckle, and then came back and hit you with it.
All right.
So you take 20 points total of damage. 1 bludgeoning, 19 fire. Zendris, that brings us to you.
I hate this so much.
You hear
I hear
in the fog. You hear footsteps, and then you hear bang.
Shit. And I can't see anything, and even though we're all
You're
really close, I have no idea who's actually near me.
Nope.
Crap. Mother balls. Damn it. Shit.
I did tell you that Aelar
Yes.
booked it to the right. But...
Yes, but my plan has now been messed up because Braum stayed where he was. And
Nobody
I
told
don't
me to
know where he
move.
is. Well, I was going to, or hope that you would
Wait,
save
hold on,
yourself.
hold on. I moved 10 feet back. He came out of the fog and hit me, right?
He found you.
He found you, essentially. Nobody can see anything, essentially, at this point. But, he sort of just... I had him roll at disadvantage, and he managed to, move up and hit you.
So I'm going to... Having heard the bashing sound, and assuming it has something to do with Braum and that guy, I'm going to, in that direction, similar disadvantage of hopefully finding Braum through the smoke, and aiming for Braum, say, cut to the right. We gotta get out of here.
Is this you're doing a message?
I'm casting
Okay.
message to
Cool.
Braum, which means it should not hit that other, if I can't find that guy, I'm only aiming for Braum.
I don't think there's anything in message that requires you to have sight.
No, it says you
it's toward a creature.
within range to whisper a message. The target, only
So
the target hears
there's
message.
you can get it to Braum, no worries.
I'm just
Braum, in your mind,
saying.
you hear that.
Yeah, just saying, cut right. We gotta get out of here. Aelar's broken through the smoke. And having said that, I will then start pushing my way that way, carefully staying low, hoping that nobody can see me in the fog moving, but knowing there's guys with swords. But I have to start moving, and I just used my action to cast the spell to get Braum out, but I'm not trying to shout run to the right out loud, so I'm trying to weasel my way through the smoke.
Okay. You can certainly do that. You move
That's it.
towards that way. Okay. At the end of Zentrist's turn, you hear the sounds, the swoosh and grunt of Osrius just aimlessly swinging his axe blindly. He hits nothing. He's in the blinding smoke. That is what he does with his turn. Aelar is gonna have a turn. Walter, you can see him. He holds an action. He's just waiting. He's waiting to see if anybody else, any of his friends come out of the smoke.
Can he see me if I can see him? Would he know to look for me up there?
Were you? I guess he saw you ascend, right?
I went up 20 feet, yeah.
Before the smoke.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll look up and he looks up. He sees you. He's gonna do this. He goes gestures towards you, towards him, towards those in the smoke, and he goes
that way.
And essentially we need to get the fuck out of here gesture.
Yeah. I'm gonna give a thumbs up and a I cast message. So.
Okay. Alrighty. That's all he does. He's gonna hold an action, and he's gonna end his turn, and that will bring us to Walter.
Okay, so I'm going to hold concentration on my creepy green light, because if they can't see what they're running at, they might end up
Sure.
in the sad zone. I am going to move, I guess, Can I just move up onto the rooftops there?
Yeah.
I'll just pop up onto the rooftops and then like
Okay.
kind of like crouch down and try to like keep an eye out for people coming out of the smoke.
Okay.
And I'll I'm not gonna do anything right now. I'm just going to wait. What I will do is I will fish out the other thing. I think I had both of them, both the extra and the bags of holding, shared bags of holding.
Bags of holding.
We
Okay.
we gave one to the Rogers and the boys. And they
Yep.
have Morgan. I'm going to use, instead of doing just pulling that out, I'm going to use my action to warg over to Morgan and like have her like fly down and like peck at the bag and then like look at the Rogers if they're in like a safe location.
Okay. So you like you leave your senses of your own body. You peer into Morgan, who is when you come into Morgan's senses, you see that she is on Roger's shoulder. Roger is at the like reins of the cart. He, Rana, and Carlisle are still in the process of like hightailing it through that like cleared area back to the like the tree line.
So rough approximation, they're gonna need like 2 or 3 more rounds to get to the tree line at least.
If they're dashing, 2 rounds.
We'll call it 2. Okay. So like now that I have an idea on where they're at, I'm gonna go back to my senses, and that's just the end of my turn.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Roger and the boys are next. They do their thing, presumably continuing to book it towards the woods. The soldiers. Okay, and a bunch of another crossbow bolts just whizzing in the darkness, and then Brahm, nothing. Zintris, nothing. Osrius, nothing. Osrius again. Hit, and one more against we'll do Zintris this time. Nothing. So Osrius will take an additional 6 points of slashing damage. He's raging theoretically still, so he takes 3. Nobody else gets hit in the smog, and that brings us back to the top of the order. Brahm, that brings us to you.
Can I still see that guy, or I guess he's still right in front of me?
The smoke. I mean, theoretically, he's right in front of you. He just wailed you with a breastplate improvised weapon, but you cannot see anything. You are functionally blinded by this like smoke bomb that has been set off here.
I'm trying to decide how much this man has pissed me off. Let me check something.
Oh, 10 minutes.
I have to be able to see for that. All right. I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers where I think he is. 4th level.
Okay, so you think he is directly in front of you somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Which means you have a 1 in 4 chances of picking the appropriate square that he is standing in. So roll. I have a number in my head. Roll a d4. No. I have a number in my head. I like this better. I have a number in my head, 1 to 4.
Oh, just pick.
Pick one to 4 of where you're
3.
gonna put the 3. You said.
Yeah.
Okay. So you cast Cloud of Daggers again in that space. All right, roll damage.
Come on.
How much?
19.
You hear the of the spell. You do not hear anything else.
Bitch. All right, that's it.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna
What?
back up again.
You're gonna back up.
Are
You're gonna
you
begin to-
going to the right? Or are you going back
I'm gonna
up
go.
Please
forward?
Yeah,
run.
I'm gonna go towards the directions that we're still being.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you.
In that
I'll use my
case-
full 30-foot movement.
Okay. So you begin to run. About 3 seconds after you take 3 or 4 steps, and then you hear the distinctive clang of a breastplate being swung and slamming into the cobblestone ground. You kind of pinpoint. The guy was in
Class,
4.
yes,
Was
Cloud
in
of
4,
Daggers.
number 4.
I was gonna say, should have cast Cloud of Daggers on where I was.
But he you ran and he did not pick up on your movement. He swung at where he thought you still were and whiffed as you have moved away from him. So he uses his turn trying to essentially attack the space where he thought you were. Zintris, that brings us to you. You hear a loud resonating clang as a breastplate is whammed into the ground. And you are still blinded.
After my last turn and running through the fog, did I hear Oz near me with his?
He was pretty close
swing?
to you. Yeah, he was directly to your right.
Directly to my right, as in I can grab him.
Push him.
You could, yeah, probably. If you're moving past and you want to use your action to try and do something intimate to him.
I'm just so done with all of this, and I'm so afraid we're gonna die. I'm gonna reach and try to find Oz in the fog when he use my movement to try to basically walk into Oz, and assuming because he's the biggest dude here,
Sure.
I don't think he's gonna be that hard to figure out if it's Oz.
Probably not.
And once I find Oz, I'm gonna go ready, big guy, and I'm going to dimension door us out of the cloud.
Ooh.
You gonna join me on the rooftops? Or you're gonna go into?
I'm going to the. I don't know you're on the rooftops. I have no idea where
true.
you are. So I'm going to the right about, say 70 feet to the
Make
that way.
make
I don't have any
intelligence
concept of what's out
check.
there. Yeah.
Make an intelligence check.
Not bad. That is an 18.
So you bump into Oz. You whisper this to him. You turn right, you bump into something that can only be Oz.
Yeah.
As you hit it. And you kind of do a bunch of calculus in your head, realizing I need to dimension the two of us away. You base this, you rack your brain. You saw past the portcullis of this during the fight before the smoke bomb went up for 12 seconds. You were okay, I need to dimension door this way. If I mistime this, I'm going to shunt us into a wall and we're both going to die.
Yep.
But
we're going to die in this cloud anyway.
The trigonometry goes and you're got it. And you grab Oz and rip open the fabric of space-time, sort of barrel both of yourselves through, and you appear about 12 feet behind Aelar, who whips around with a crossbow and then goes "Thank God! Where's Brahm?"
Still in the cloud, fighting the big guy. I messaged him to tell him to get out. I don't know what the hell's happening.
Son of a
Can't see in there.
bitch!
That's
Okay.
what I thought. Okay.
I believe the phrase is curse in Draconic.
He curses in Draconic.
I cursed Draconic with him as we were getting ready to deal with this.
Alrighty. Osrius will do nothing with his turn. Walter, what are you doing? Aelar does nothing also. Walter, what are you doing?
They're still waiting. It's one more turn to that.
You do see like Zintris and Oz like appear out of the smoke.
So I imagine like I'm up on a roof.
Yeah, you're like sitting on a roof watching this now.
Can I peek over the other side of the roof into the other alley and see if there's like what the other guys are doing?
No.
Okay.
So imagine you are. Here's our diagram again, right?
Yes.
You went this way, right?
Yeah.
You're sitting on a roof here, so you're kind of looking like this way over this. You're looking this way over this, but you are standing like on the side of like a slanted roof. Mm-hmm. So your view is essentially of like the three sides of the house that you are facing. You can't see anything into any of the alley behind this house or anything else like that. You can see over you have an overwatch of the courtyard and of the street that your allies have run down, but the roof of the building is slanted behind you to block your view of anything else.
Okay. Okay. So Walter's gonna wait up there, hidden. I guess, can I use my action to hide, air quotes? Sure. Try to make myself a little harder to find. I'm waiting until I'm pretty sure that the other guys are at the woods. Then there's something I want to do to catch them back up with us. Yeah, I'm just waiting, and I'll cast message down at Aelar saying like, I'm waiting on Rogers and the boys. I'll catch them up with us.
Okay.
Just make sure everybody's duly informed about what's going on here.
Okay. Rogers and the boys hit the woods again. They continue to. You lose sight of them. You're up on the roof, so you can kind of see.
Yeah.
You see them like disappear into the woods. It seems like they are continuing to go. Once they have cleared the woods, and then you have lost sight of them after that. You can still sense Morgan, with them, but you have lost visual from your rooftop vantage. The soldiers. Let's see. Okay. Brahma, stray crossbow bolt just finds you. You take.
Can it find the other dude?
You take.
Can one of them find one of the traps we have in the mist?
What are these? Fucking
Can one of the
archers in the world?
Can one of the soldiers find their boss?
I just want them to. I just want some.
Well, huh?
I want them to.
Saying.
No. Nobody managed to hit the boss, but one of the crossbows does manage to find Brahm. You take 7 more points of piercing damage. And then the soldiers with the swords who are in the mist.
Welcome to the creepy green light.
Does a 15 hit?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Then you hear a bunch of arrows. One sort of bites into your calf muscle. You're like, ugh! And then you kind of hear and feel the swinging in the wind and the grunting of several soldiers swinging swords in the mist, but nothing else connects with you. But you definitely get the sense you are now by yourself in this smoke bomb with. It's just you and a lot of Ignean soldiers at this point. And that is your turn.
Dash for freedom.
How far away did everybody else get?
You have no way of knowing. You can't see.
Use my next 4th level spell. I'm just gonna dash for now.
Okay. To the right.
Yeah, continuing the way that
Okay.
I'm still.
So you run about 30 feet, and then you come out of the smoke bomb, and you can see Aelar and Zintris and Osrius, like, standing there in this, like, opening to this alleyway. The remainder of your 30 feet gets you to them. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. A moment later, you hear sort of like, and then like bang, 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 bang in the smog, and you hear this sort of like frustrated like that you recognize as the commander. It kind of sounds to you like he just like hucked that breastplate. And then you hear like, "Where are you, you mongrel?" In this like mist. I think at this point it probably makes sense to take a half step back from initiative here. All of you are out of the fog. The Ignians are still in the fog and have not seen you here. What's the plan?
So, what Walter will try to do is, I just realized I can't actually see through Morgan's eyes at this range, as they are more than 100 feet away.
Yes.
But where we had initially hid the carriage when we were at the edge of the woods, what I can do is use a command word, shovel away, to send ye old flying shovel off to that hiding spot.
Okay.
I can. Well, no, that's right. They were gonna I guess okay. Well, I'm gonna look in the bag. I'm just gonna look in the bag and see if Rogers and the boys have started piling themselves into the bag tunnel.
You just like put the bag over your head, essentially.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I'll just peek on in there.
Are you
just
still
take
on the
bag-
roof?
Yeah.
You're on the roof. You take the bag of holding. You put it over your head. Immediately, everything goes completely pitch black and completely quiet. What all do you guys have in the bag of holding at this point? Anything? Just like stuff, your rations, your gold, anything like that.
I think it was mostly just like rash. No, I don't think we really put anything in. We were gonna put all the weapons in it and like sneak them through, but there was no point.
So like if we say like let's just for the sake of the visual here, let's say like your rations are in there and like
There's a single piece of cheese.
You just see like like a piece of like jerky sort of like tumbles past you in this like void that you find yourself looking into, and then like a single copper piece goes like floating lazily by. You just seem to be in this nega space where there is no light, there is no features, there appears to be no gravity of any time to what you can say. There's just like odds and ends sort of like floating in this void.
Did I just put my head into the astral sea?
And you don't see anything else in here. It's like completely black except for some like random stuff sort of like whizzing past your perception in this space.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take my hood of dementedness off, I guess,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna keep maintaining the concentration of the creepy green light as for the full 10 minutes.
Okay.
Like as I'm waiting to for some kind of signal that like these guys are gonna like be ready to go.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that signal is. We never clarified that. He just asked for a bag of holding. I sent him my familiar and a bag of holding.
Sure.
I have the shovel ready if I need to send it off for one or more of them. I can carry two of them or Chongus, whose name Carlisle.
Carlisle. Chongus.
Yeah, I can carry two of them or Carlisle, and
Okay.
I'm just going to probably cast message back and forth to Zintris to relay information, to see about where we need to go from Aelar, and that's kind of like all I'm gonna do. I'm trying to be up on top of the roof, coordinating like from the sky with the guys that are out on the thing.
Okay.
What everybody else does is I need somebody to plan the actual ground plane here.
Okay. Then here's kind of what happens next. Is you guys all have sort of like broken this area. you kind of look to Aelar, as Aelar was like the one who seemed to be sort of like, he was the only one who was not like totally baffled by this like suddenly appearing smoke bomb. And he is not looking back towards like the roiling cloud of smoke. He is looking like around you guys. And he just, as like to any questions, he's just like, just hang on a second. He'll be here in a minute. And after a few moments, from the alley that leads like towards the sort of like the central street, you know, because you're kind of you're sort of here, right? And like you're like in this alley over here, from like an alleyway that comes kind of like from this direction and comes back here. A figure comes running up. They have like a hood and a cloak pulled over them. They like run up and skid to a stop. And those of you on the ground, you hear this individual, though you can't really make out the details of their like face, their features. They say to Aelar, "You've got a man on the roof. Give him this. Tell him to throw it towards the other alley away from here, and then let's go. We've got to get to the safe house before that clears. We've got another minute." To which Aelar is going to like immediately turn up towards you and go like to try and get your attention.
I'll cast message saying exactly what he said. To
Okay. I'm gonna gesture towards the bag.
Drop it in the bag.
Drop it in the bag. Pull out the bag.
This individual, this mysterious individual, seems a little confused, but like he hands you this like parcel that he has in his hands, and you put it into the bag.
All right. So I'll try to pull it out of the bag.
Okay. So.
I would have described this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna introduce a mechanic to the bag of holding.
Oh boy.
That I think is
crap.
interesting. When you reach into the bag of holding, you need to like declare what you want to pull out of it. And that is how you sort of like recall this from the like the space.
Sure.
So via the message you describe it. How do you describe its interest?
Parcel from dude in cloak. Supposed Aelar's friend.
So you like throw this in. Zintra says like, this guy's giving me a parcel. He's supposedly Aelar's friend. I'm putting it in the bag, and you shove it in the bag. Aelar, Walter, you reach into the bag. What is the like? What do you request from the bag of holdings? Extra dimensional space.
The mysterious stranger's parcel.
Okay. You feel something like slap into your palm, and you pull your hand out, and you find this like sachet in your hand.
Yeah. All right. And I'm just gonna like gesture. I'm going to dismiss the spell. Hopefully, I got at least.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully, I had gotten at least one more. And then I'm going to throw the sachet in the direction of that.
Okay.
So basically, like we're trying to clear our own way to like in case somebody saw that the light was there, they would see it disappear,
Sure.
and then hear a sound or whatever
Okay.
this is. There.
Make an athletics check.
Can I do literally anything else?
Could he have flown over and dropped it?
He didn't say he did that, so no.
It's true. All right. Let's see what a -1 will do me. So I have a -1 modifier for a 19.
So you
So
throw it.
I rolled a natural 20, but I have a -1, so it's
You kind of like shimmy up the peak of the roof and throw it as hard as you can across to the other side of this like little, plaza.
Yeah.
And then it hits the ground and explodes in another like wide array of like smoke bomb. You see that the original one is beginning to clear. And now, as you kind of like survey the plaza, it looks like a fresh one has just been deployed in the opposite direction of the way that all of you guys have actually gone.
Walter like goes to grab his shovel off of his ground, but realizes it's still hovering next to him. It's like New toy. It's fine. Then I'll hop on and I'll like fly just below the roof line above these guys to like. Basically, like I'm not gonna like go all the way back down to the ground. I'm going to fly just high enough that like I can navigate. But yeah.
You come back down to like kind of where everybody else sort of is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you come back down. You hear the shouts of like that way, another one there, and you hear like footfalls begin to recede away from you. The individual who has run up with their like hood sort of like pulls their hood down, and you see what at first you like immediately you think like it's just like a guy. He just looks like sort of a human. He's got slightly like kind of tannish skin. Dark hair has been sort of like neatly cropped. As the hood like comes fully away from his head, though, you see that he has two very small like protrusions on either side of his forehead. He has a set of very subtle horns. And he kind of looks at the group of you. He looks at Aelar. And he says, Lord, you've got me into a real spot of trouble. But good enough for now. Come on, the lot of you. We need to get away from here as quickly as we can. Follow, don't make too much noise. Let's go. And he sets off immediately away from where he had Walter like throw the bag, the explosive.
Nobody here is particularly bad at sneaking, right?
Not really.
Okay.
You have no heavily armored people in your party.
Yeah. Okay.
So you guys begin to run off in a direction to the right of where you came in, to the functionally like the southeast direction of the town. As you run, Aelar goes, gentlemen, lady, I would like to introduce you to Raxus Thorn. And Raxus Thorn says, it'd be a pleasure to meet you. Let's get to my house and we can discuss matters of business. And as you guys run off into the night, into the dark, in the streets of Telmark, that is where we will draw an end to tonight's session. So, as always, for those of you at home, thank you for joining us for tonight's session. You, my players, thank you for sticking out with me, doing some combat, doing some Dungeons and Dragonsing, and as always, oh no, that's not for this group. I need like a custom sign off for this group. But join us next week. We will be back for the next episode of the Pirates session, who are currently in a dormant volcano and have just uncovered somebody from one of our characters' pasts. And then the following week we will pick up where we left off right here with the Fool's Errant. So thank you as always to Proficiency Bonus for having us be part of their network. Thank you to Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle. And thank you to you, the viewer, for hanging out with us. We will see you next time here on Delve Requisite. Good night. And Spider-Man suns out, guns out for the for the conclusion of tonight's episode. Good night, everybody. Bye. Bye.